What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazing with King's Critiques. And in the last episode, we had the post effect of Yuri being drunk, but now we're into more serious things of Lloyd might be in a little bit of trouble being on an mission with Wise to try and catch some sort of criminal, and things clearly did not go well. Who's more on the up and up with this situation? Good question, but right now it seems like Wise agents are on the bottom of the barrel with this situation at hand. So, suppose we will see where that goes. If you have any thoughts in your head about how the show is going up to this point, let me know in the comment section. Or if you have any thoughts about things I have said up to this point throughout my career, or, whatever I say in this episode, whatever it might be. Say it now, say it at the end of the episode, whatever it might be. Hit the like button, subscribe, like the whole video around video, make it the watch time. And let's get into it, shall we? Please tell me he disguised himself as Yuri in that quick moment since he got away. Because technically being his brother-in-law, he definitely knows how to make that disguise to make it work. Yeah. And that's basically what I saw from the thumbnail I'm imagining, so that makes sense. See, you say that, but he also could be leading you into a trap. So he was still in the Yuri disguise. Awkward. And his gun jammed. That's even more awkward. Or was it not that his gun jammed? He just saw that it was Yuri and he didn't want to, kill Yuri's brother. That's just bad juju. Her brother and her husband are finally having a one-on-one confrontation. And that's just bad juju. True! So, Lloyd let himself get a shot so he could disarm Yuri. About that. I think even more fucked up is all he would need to say is that your? And he'd turn around and be distracted so he could escape. He learned that one from Sherwood. Damn, he actually got up in quick order. Dude, you are not a match for him. You might have some good stamina, but you are not a match for him. Lloyd just kicked him right in the nuts. Actually, that one's probably been stewing in him for a long time. That one was probably more personal than business. Matter of fact, he could just beat the shit out of Yuri and leave him unable to move for a while with all of the pent-up frustration he's probably had for the man. Yeah, getting hit in the dome by a lead pipe would knock most of the strongest people in the world out. And Yuri might be resilient, lots of stamina, but he's kind of a twink, so one hit to the dome, probably, yeah. Are you being fucking for real right now? Okay, no, that, one last gasp of air before the killer dies, that's what that was. And now he has the choice between, Wise agent and husband. Does he finish Yuri off? Or does he just leave him there unconscious? And his choice was to leave the man alive. Because he did indeed feel bad for Yor if she had lost her brother on the job. If Yuri is going to get himself killed on the job, that's one thing. But he's not going to be the cause for it, because he would feel terrible. Now, going to meet up with the other, security agents who are waiting for Twilight to escape, he'll probably just look to them and be like, clearly we got into a struggle, Twilight's back there laying on the ground unconscious, and just use that to distract them. Whenever that guy's also gonna run into his lookalike. For being the lead in this operation, you're being a little too panicky, my guy. The minute he was midair from getting control of that guy, she should have just shot him. They already have the paper evidence, so what was so hard about pew, pew, I never understand that about these things, like government officials and such. They probably have silencer on the weapon, right? So what is so hard about pew pew and taking down the bad guy? What is so hard about that? Every single time some bullshit happens, whether to do with a mole in the government, or whether to do with some crazy person threatening the lives of a bunch of civilians, the cops are always like, raise your hands! Let me take you to jail! You threatened a lot of people's lives, but let me take you somewhere where you can live comfortably for years. It's Or Fiona's also a good enough shot she could just take it. All of you are stupid. Why did the new guy come up and like actually announce that he's there instead of just bam right in the back of the head? This is why there should No Child Left Behind Act shouldn't like exist, because that means even our law enforcement are fucking stupid as shit. I know there's like Asian or European or whatever country it's supposed to be as law enforcement, but they're stupid as shit. She is still thinking way too much for her own benefit, but at least that's driving her forward, so that's good. You know, kind of like how Yuri was so resilient before, as he was thinking just of Yor, and that's what drove him onward to keep fighting, until he took a shot right to the head. She is thinking way too far ahead, and at least 70% of that is unrealistic. Oh, this could actually be so beneficial for him. Because if this is the Wheeler guy they're, chasing, who runs into Yuri, this could actually be more beneficial than anything. Oh, yep, that is Wheeler, and he caught Twilight. So now he has a choice. Does either A, fight him one-on-one, or B, act as Yuri and, try to bring him into their side since he was supposed to meet up with them anyway. Yep, he's doing exactly what he should be, and he's trying to lead the guy into his side. Probably not going to work, but at least he's trying. Apparently he called Lloyd's bullshit. Well, he called Twilight out for his bullshit, and this is about to get pretty dangerous for him. Oh, he actually took advantage of Twilight. Uh-oh. Hopefully, she can save his life. Then again, she might think it's, the other guy. You tell yourself that, but you know it's not. She has a perfect shot at him right now, by the way. Like, all she needs to do is just aim and... Bloop! Hold on, that's actually a really good thumbnail image. Like, I could take one of him, but just for a possibility, I need her breaking psychosis. Because that's the exact kind of thing you see out of your general horror anime nowadays, and I dig that as a thumbnail potential. Well, the Yuri just... Real Yuri just got found by his coworkers. Yeah, you probably should consider that. Maybe be a little thankful. She's getting ready to fist fight you. And she's not as strong as Yor, but she's not a pushover. Yeah, nah, she's got that unrealistic strength that, her rival in love has. Your arm's about to be broken. And your face, apparently. It sent cracks all... She broke her own arm to break his. Honestly, impressive, Fiona. That's what happens when you use 100% of your strength. By the way. Like, not My Hero Academia style, as a human. If you put your full force into something, you will be able to tackle any challenge. You just might be a little bit broken yourself. That's just the chick from The Grudge, man. Like, if I ever had a reason to hit somebody, I would only hope I can conjure up even half that much effort into it. Because again, I've said before, I ain't the strongest, but I'm squirrely. And if I get angry, I can be as strong as I need to be. That's that autism strength for you. Because, like, throwing a straight right or a hook punch and it cracking knuckle, wrist, elbow, and shoulder bone all at the same time, she put some force into that. But she did what she needed to do, and I imagine all's all going to be end well by the top of the episode, so good on her. So we'll see how that resolves at the top of the episode, probably. You can let me know your thoughts as to what you think might have happened in the comment section, of course. Leave thoughts to however else you think about the episode, season, series up to this point. And whatever else might be in your head due to things I had said or had brought up from the episode or whatever else, of course, as always, and of course about other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the other stuff in the description. Ring bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, Blue Sky, TikTok, Patreon, and Twitch. Speaking of Patreon, thank you to everyone in the description who has already subscribed, and anyone else will get added to that as well who gets subscribed in the future. Follow for free content, subscribe for all the unedited visual and audio of the episodes I upload. Because while I can't upload them in full to YouTube, or else they'll cry and whine at me like little bitches, because while I follow the exact copyright of the law, they don't give a shit about that anymore. But I've learned how to do things, and while I haven't mentioned that in a while, still really bothersome. I need to do things how I do them, but it is how it is. That all being said, though, been the Blazer King with King's Critique, so ta-ta for now. Peace.